Okay, now that you have a working button, that was kind of a little diversion. Now we're going to make our very first movie clip. So I'm just going to remind you how to make a movie clip. You've got, first of all, let's just get in the right place. So make sure that you have clicked on the buttons layer, and we'll just go here on this first frame of the buttons layer. I'm really happy with that. Now, if you look over here in the library, you've got all sorts of stuff that I've already given you. What we want is to worry about this red folder. Now, if you will expand it so you can see what's going on, then if you will make sure that you click to select the red folder, so the red folder is selected, and then you want to make a new movie clip. The new movie clip is this weird thing that looks like a notepad in the bottom of your library. So if you click this, that will bring up a dialog to create something new. Make sure that this is set as a movie clip, not a button or a graphic. So you have a movie clip, and we're going to call this Red Bird MC. MC always used to represent movie clip. Now, don't get scared because it looks like everything just disappeared or it's all over. What you are doing at this moment is, if you think about Java, how we used to write training manuals, and training manuals were all these words that told something how to act, you are creating the training manual for this new data type you just created, Redbird MC. Now, the thing is that you do a lot of this visually. So let's go grab, and if you get behind or I'm moving too fast, just pause and catch up. What I want is this thing right here. So in the red folder you see Redbird PNG, which is just an image. I'm going to drag that image onto my screen. So notice I'm no longer on the main timeline. I'm in this Redbird movie clip. So this is his brain, if you will. Now, and let's just clean this up. Let's take this layer. Let's call this one layer that we have body. Now, what's strange is a movie clip it's almost like Flash Inception, because you've got your own timeline. You have your own layers, and so it's like a little Flash movie inside of a Flash movie. It's exactly what's going on. So this body that we have right now, he has one keyframe. Let's roll down to about 40 and insert a frame so that you have several keyframes that all look the same. That's pretty dull. Now, let's make a new layer. So again, I have my own timeline, my own layers, because I'm a movie clip. And let's call this eyes. I'll grab the Redbird eyes. I'm going to take them somewhere appropriate onto him. Now make sure that you were on the eyes layer when you drag that over. Now, just to be really fun, what I want to do is every 10 frames, like on frame 11, I'm going to convert to a keyframe. On frame 21, let's convert to a keyframe. On frame 31, let's convert to a keyframe. And once you have that, the body is really boring. The eyes have these keyframes periodically that all look exactly the same, but what I want to do is on frame 11, click on frame 11 and hit delete, which will delete everything. On 31, click there and hit delete. That'll delete everything. And now what you're going to have is some very lame animation. Now, let's go ahead and save things because Flash doesn't save for you ever. Now, what I want you to understand is you are in the brain of a Redbird MC. This is a data type you created. You have written the training manual really without any code. It's a completely visual training manual. Now, let's go back to scene 1. So if you go click here, you're going to exit out of Redbird and go back to the real world, the main world. Now, there are no birds on your screen because we have made one, but we didn't actually, I take that back. We have not made a Redbird. We wrote the definition for Redbird, but we haven't actually made any instances of it. So if you want some to show up, you could go over here and grab this and drag it on the screen. You could do it again. Now here's what I want you to understand. Redbird is a data type. Redbird MC is a data type. And now we have I have three instances of the Redbird MC here on my game. If I were to run that, it's going to look crazy. But now here's what's so interesting. The main timeline is separate from their timeline. So the main timeline has been stopped because there's code on the first frame that stops it. But then their timelines are continuing. So they're always looping through their timeline even if the main timeline is stopped. So again, it's like Flash Inception. A movie clip has layers and a timeline of its own. Now, if you want to go back and change the training manual, there are two ways to do this. You can double click it from the library, or you can actually double click one of these birds to get into the training manual. If I change to the training manual of the Redbird MC, you can see here I'm in Redbird MC, you will actually change all the instances of Redbirds that are on there. So let's make a new layer. Let's call this mouth, and just for fun, let's grab his mouth. Now make sure again that you have the right layer highlighted so that you actually put him on his mouth on the mouth layer. Now, for extra fun, I just want to prove a point. Click the mouth. If you right click up here, you can actually put a tween on a layer in the movie clip. So frame 1, he's here. Frame 20, I might want his mouth to be somewhere else, and then by frame 40, so if I'm going too fast, just pause and catch up. By frame 40, I want his mouth to be back approximately where it was. Now that I've changed his training manual, if I go back to scene 1, you'll notice they all have mouths now, and if I run this, they all are doing this strange thing with their mouth while they're blinking, because their their timeline is always looping through, even though if I'm on the main timeline on frame 1 has been stopped. So just remember, this timeline is separate from their timelines. Awesome. Now you have made your very first movie clip.